Continuing their pursuit of treatments for COVID-19, several drug companies are exploring use of an antiviral pill to treat the disease.
Dr. Geoffrey Chupp from the Yale School of Medicine joining us now to explain what this treatment might look like and what it means for all of us here in Connecticut. So thanks so much for joining us. Explain what an antiviral drug is.
So this pill, it's an oral drug that blocks the replication of the virus so it can't infect additional cells. And essentially, the goal is to make the disease less severe.
All right, so getting into the details of this, is this something that people would be taking as a preventative measure, like a vaccine, or is it something as a treatment once you get diagnosed with COVID or maybe experiencing symptoms?
Well, the study that's been reported is in patients who had symptoms for 5 days or less. So it's being used as a treatment, like Tamiflu. Once you have the disease, have symptoms, you take the drug, it prevents you from getting sicker and shortens the length of the illness. It's also being tested in patients to prevent disease. So in household contacts who have been exposed to people who have the disease to prevent them from getting it. So the results of this, the second study, are not out yet.
Now, Merck this is Merck's experimental drug here, but are other companies looking at similar treatments? And then just give us an update on Merck, because from what I was reading, Merck had asked the FDA for approval. I mean, it was starting to give data to the FDA.
That's right. So there are other companies working on drugs like this. Of course, this is a major goal of people who are fighting the pandemic, is to come up with drugs like this that are easy to take and effective at making the disease less severe. Merck has applied about 2 weeks ago for emergency use authorization to the FDA. So the FDA is reviewing the data of this trial right now.
Some people might be hearing this, doctor, who might have been hesitant to get a vaccine just because they don't like needles or shots. This is a different alternative for treating this deadly pandemic right now. What kind of testing needs to be done? How far away are we from this actually hitting store shelves, maybe being prescribed?
Well, I think the FDA is going to let us know. The study was very robust in its results, and the drug did appear safe. It's really not intended to be an alternative to vaccination. As you know, people who are vaccinated can get sick, and they would be eligible for this drug as well. So it's really intended to be an additional tool in our kit.
All right, Dr. Chupp,
to treat the disease.
Dr. Chupp from Yale School of Medicine, thank you so much for your time and your expertise. Pretty interesting stuff.
Doctor, thanks
for having me.